Hello. So in today's video, I thought I'd do a video for people that's getting ready for koi fry. I'll always start with a few of these. Still some really nice fish in here. So what I'd do, if you're going to grow koi fry, I see so many people on internet and that, and I hear so many stories where they've had koi fry, and within a few weeks or them, they start dying. Now this is mainly down to parasites. You get a lot of people saying that it's bacterial, you've got bacteria in your water and this is causing your fry to die, but on my experience, when it's bacterial with fry, they suffer with fungus. And this is the first sign that you get with bacterial problems. It don't normally kill them straight away. Obviously you'll see the fungus grow outside on them, it looks like cotton wool outside on them, then you've got bacterial problems in your water. But if your fry are dying, 99% of the time it's either poor water conditions, so you've got ammonia, you've got nitrite, or you've got really high nitrate, or you've got parasites. You know, if you've got Costia will wipe everything out within probably a week. You'll lose thousands and thousands at a time. If they've got flukes will kill them slowly. You'll come in and you'll notice you've got 10 or 15 dead. Trichodina, you lose a lot of fry with trichodina, and a few other parasites. I'm not going through them all. You know, we've all been keeping koi. We know a lot of parasites, but what I would recommend is when you set your tanks up, your filter. If you're using a brand new filter, a brand new tank, and you're filling it with tap water, you'll be fine. Obviously, unless your fry come with parasites on them. I've seen so many stories where people don't take the procedures before, or they come from a koi farm and they've been introduced into the mud ponds, and then they put them in the show tanks and just ship them straight to you. So back to your tanks. Unless you're filling them with tap water and everything's brand new, then what I'd do, fill your tank with water, connect your filter to it, and I'd always dose in malachite and formalin, and I use these. Never had a problem. So douse your tank, leave your filter running, so it basically cleans everything. You know then, I'd do this a week before you're expecting to put your fry in. Don't worry about your bacteria levels, because you're not going to have no bacteria in your filter because you've got no fish in there to feed it. So you've got no ammonia in your water, so you've got no bacteria in your filter, because your bacteria will just starve. So douse it with malachite and formalin. Make sure your tank's properly clean, make sure your filter's clean, because obviously if you took your filter off your pond, or you've just had your filter running over a long period of time and no fish in there, there's a chance that something could be in there, and if you put your fry in there and there's a parasite, they'll just die. So that's my advice on setting your tanks up. Also, if you're going to grow them, it's always a good idea to just make a little net like this one, all depending on your size of your fry. I always find it better to net the pump, as I've done in previous videos, but it's also a good idea to make a separate net, so when your fry start to grow, and you will get tobies in them, then you can net your tobies out and they can live in the net till the others get to an inch, and then they won't eat them, because if you've got your tobies in there, they can also clear out a large number of fry. I mean, this morning we've been starting to move some free swimmers out the pool, and we've been moving them up here, and you forget how small they are. I mean, I'll show you in this tub. If we can see it. Well, let's see it in light. Let's try out of light. But basically that's just 2 nets full. That's without, I removed the spawning brushes out there because there's no filter on it. And then as soon as they hatch, I transfer them into here. I don't want a chance taking that filter off, although I do know that there's no parasites in this building. With the stress of the fry, there's no guarantee that that won't enhance one. I mean, I've never had a parasite in here. There's no reason why I won't, I just don't want to take that chance. So back to the frying here. The netting I use, it's off eBay. It's actually a nylon thread so it don't rot. I mean, I made these nets, what would it be, 5-6 years ago, and I take it out. Once it starts to block up, I take it out, just jet wash it, switch your pumps off, obviously because it'll suck your fry up. If not, take the net out, jet wash it on the garden, make sure all the net's clear and the water's pulling through it again. I also put my returns inside the net, but put them at the bottom of the net so the flow's actually going through, and then it's cleaning your water. I mean, I've got a big pump on here. This turns this tank over something like every 3 minutes. And we've still got a lot of fry in this tank that aren't free swimming yet. And then once you've added your fry, then I'd recommend, well, I only use these now, the Wazi Duo Boost. Once you've added your fry, add one of these into your filter. Always put your bacteria balls in a bag. As if you haven't seen the previous videos, where once your fry get to about 3 inch and these balls have dissolved, they'll work their way through your filter into your tank, and your fish will eat them, and they end up getting blocked up because they've got a bigger mouth, then they can pass out. So always use the bag that's supplied with them. You won't need a full tub in your tank. I tend to just add probably 3 or 4 balls every couple of weeks or so into the bag, into your filter, and that just boosts your bacteria. I'll say with fry, they produce a hell of a lot of ammonia, so always keep an eye on your parameters as well. It's not so bad when they're this size. I mean, if you're actually breeding your own fish, then you will have a lot of ammonia because it's the eggs, as the eggs are going funny. I mean, as you can see on this brush, underneath you see all the white eggs there. That's where the brush has been lifted out of the water as they've spawned. I mean, there's no white eggs in any of these. I mean, the fertile rate was really good in this. There's probably 3 or 4% infertile and the rest were fertile. So if you are breeding your own fish, then keep an eye on your ammonia, because your ammonia will go through the roof. I mean, if you're breeding it, if you're keeping them at your temperatures at like 20 degrees, and within 10 days that ammonia will have dropped, and then you'll have a really high nitrite in your tank. It don't really harm fry instantly, but it's the damages after. You know, you'll end up with fry with burnt gills and things like that, or short gills. You'll end up with a lot of fry with short gills. And that's why we always net that off. So I think there's about 3 different grades in sizes of holes in the net. And as you've seen in the other videos, I up the hole size as the fry get bigger, so it can pull better water through, and it can also pull some waste throughout the tank. And I think these will actually start getting fed tomorrow once they all start to free swim. But there's still a lot that's on the bottom. I don't think you're going to see them. Let's try and zoom in. There's only the odd ones that's out, but as we move the brushes, you'll see all the fry coming out. But a lot of them are still stuck to the sides of the tank, they can't actually swim yet. So hopefully these fry will be available, all depending how they grow. I've had another problem with the brine shrimp. I haven't been able to get my brine shrimp until next week, so these are going to have to actually be fed egg yolk. I don't like feeding loads and loads of egg yolk, but these are going to have to be. I don't think that's going to come till Wednesday, Thursday. So hopefully in a couple of weeks these will be available. They are going to be ungraded, so everybody gets the chance. Let's go and have a quick look at how the others are doing. Had quite a few go yesterday. When you think that these are just what's left, let's get a bit of the food. I've fed them ridiculous amounts this morning. Still some really nice shearers in here. Really nice young gooses. And the Puricina. There's a few nice Kajaka in here still, I know. But basically, you should have some quality of koi like these out of these fry for the people that come and fetch them. I know I have had a lot of people contact me as to when they are ready. And say you can even grow them in fish tank. I've grown them in fish tanks over the years. It's just a little bit harder. It's where you pump sucking the water in. I normally use a car wash sponge, cut it in half, cut the middle out of it, thread the car wash sponge over your filter, over the end of where it's sucking the water out of your tank, and that's normally enough to stop the fry getting stuck, so you can keep a good circulation going in the water. So thanks again for watching, and I'll carry on doing these videos. Any questions or comments or anything like that, you can contact us on either Facebook or you can contact us on YouTube. I had a lot of thank yous and nice to see yous and all that lot. I thank everybody for them. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.